Let me show you how to paint this pink petunia flower with watercolors. Let's go! Welcome! My outline drawing of petunia flower is done. And now I'm taking elastic eraser to take the excess amount of graphite off. I'm doing it with rolling over paper, so I'm not damaging the surface of this paper. And lightly erasing some more details with the razor and taking off all the dust. Awakening watercolors with spray. Paper is covered with towel and we can start mixing. Adding water to palette, taking permanent rose and a little bit more. Second mix, adding water. Again, a little bit of permanent rose. And blue-violet. A little bit more. Third mix for this flower. Opera Rose from Winsor&newton for lighter areas and watery washes at the end. We are ready to paint. Uncovering the paper and with the outline drawing. Starting with adding water, clean water, on the first segment of this flower. I will be painting each petal at one time. Adding water. Water is not so much that it would be dripping away from paper, just enough for watercolors to flow nicely. As you can see here, watercolors are flowing slowly in this watery segment which is applied on the first petal. I'm working with a round simple synthetic brush, taking my first color mix, which is just permanent rose, starting from the edges, and now taking my fine tip brush and moving pigment watercolors towards the center of this flower head, and looking to reference, I see that edges have more color, and in the middle part of this petal there is more lighter area. And carefully with the middle part, there is some white circle, white line around the middle section, so leave it there, light. Here I'm wiping out with a clean and dry brush the excess amount of watercolors where I can see that maybe it's too much. It's important in the first layers go lightly, not very intense with watercolors. And here you can see I'm wiping out this circle middle part. Do the same to all petals. Here I'm showing you from a different angle how much water I'm applying, as you can see, and slowly applying watercolor, starting here. I'm starting in the middle part, which is also visible from a reference photo that there's more color in the middle part, and then starting to work carefully with the edges so that color is flowing towards the center. and my brush strokes are also towards the center. I'm looking carefully at my reference and seeing those petal veins have a direction to the center. I have a very light color wash. Don't go too strong. Make it lighter in the beginning. It's better to be your first layers to be light and transparent. And with round simple synthetic brush, I'm smoothing those edges where the segments meet so that there are no spots of watercolors. Watercolor, those rough edges where they meet. Adding a little bit more of color for intensity, carefully working with the tip of the brush, as you can see. And while the surface is wet, I can freely spread my color where I need it.